Yeah, you already know this, truth teller. What's up? I'm sitting back just kicking. Let me take these old glasses off here. Yeah, so you can see me straight up. Sitting back here for a minute kicking, just thinking about y'all. Thinking about some of the last things that I talked about. And how one of the things that kind of stayed on my mind a little bit is when you know and you see in the Bible what I said about that's going to happen when it comes to the vengeance of God and him breaking babies in pieces and women being raped. And some of you all would say, well, our forefathers did that. You heard me in the videos earlier say, and I'm going to say it again, that your wrath is coming because of what you are doing today. Yes, our women today are being raped, especially when it comes to our system pushed a lot of our females into prostitution. You did so by allowing the private sectors to take the jobs away from us, and you overflowed America with the Mexicans. No one jobs basically were taken but the blacks. What about our babies? Yes, you are still murdering our babies. You heard me mention that Planned Parenthood, according to videos that I have and backing it up with Martin Luther King's daughter, used to be called eugenics. They just changed the name. Hitler and such lacks backed this organization because they targeted black abortions. So you're breaking our babies in pieces today. I want you to understand that that wrath is surely coming. Now, I notice how I have poor video, and we're going to improve on this. But I want you again to hear this song where I really tried to play it the last time. Kick back and just listen to it real good. It's a gospel song. Not just gospel, but it's for the world to listen to. And ask yourself a question. Will you be ready? Now, before I play it, I want to read you something, because I know to a minute I sound foolish. And I'm going to sound even more foolish. But here's a key factor. Even the Ku Klux Klan would know. Revelation 3:9 says, those who claim to be the Jews, they are not the Jews. So their whole history is a lie. I'm going back at this again. Now, if they dislike those who claim to be the Jews and blacks, because we are the true Jews, we're who the Bible is talking about, that means that all this stuff that y'all said happened in the past did not happen. The Bible was written about black people. Now, since you all been preaching this stuff for all this, for over 400 years, and you still won't submit and tell the truth, I want you to see what God is saying about you all that's wise. We'll go to the book of 1 Corinthians. And that's going to be the 1 Corinthians, first verse, and the first chapter, the 20th verse. God says, where is the wise? Where is the scribe? That means y'all writers of this book. Those who sit up and revise books and wrote these religious books that you call them. He said, where is the disputer of this age? You're going to find yourself, once I'm well known, you're going to want to dispute on the things that I'm saying. But God has said, has not God made foolish the wisdom of this world? Now all y'all out here and still doing it are calling those people the Jews. And you are living and preaching a gospel on their gospel. You feel me? On what they said, or their forefathers said. You are preaching a history that never took place. And some of you have gone to these theologian schools and paid big money. You got Many people believe in this history. All this history took place about Moses some thousands of years ago here. Jesus some thousands of years ago. He walked in Jerusalem and all this land, the Holy Land and all that. But if the Bible said their history is a lie, then all that stuff is a lie. Now, where is the wise people at? Where are you all disputers at? You scribes, you writers. Look at this Bible. What are you going to tell God? What are you going to say to Jesus when he gets here? You just as well admit, bro. The Bible talking about us. Let me see if I can find something else that God is going to say. In 1 Corinthians 1:27, let's read it from the Bible. It says, but 1 Corinthians 1:27, but God has chosen the foolish things of this world to put to shame the wise. He's talking about you all. And God has chosen the weak things of the world to put to shame the things which are mighty. Now, church, you all say foolish things are like people going out, going to a nice club. I mean, I understand about them crazy clubs. A lot of y'all say, ooh, that's the devil's world. But God said it's not. And I'm going to show it to you in the Bible. When Jesus went to the feast at Solomon's porch, Solomon was nothing but a rhythm and blues songwriter. And Solomon was a black man. He tells you that in the first chapter of Proverbs, I'm black. And all his songs written in Songs of Solomon were love songs. So guess what? If all his songs were love songs and you go over to Solomon's house, what else can you expect? Nothing but rhythm and blues messages. Nothing but rhythm and blues music. If you go over to T.D. Jakes' house, and he's a man that sung all gospel songs, or G.E. Patterson, and you go for a feast, you can look to have gospel music. Just like David. David was more of a gospel singer. Amen? So now, that's just a small example of what God is talking about when he said, I'm going to take the foolish, that what you call foolish. Let me read it again now. He says, but God has chosen the foolish things of the world to put you to shame. Now, how is he going to really do that? Because he's going to have me taking characters from the Bible and show you who they are. And the very things that you was against is what God is for. As I told you, Martin Luther King is Moses. Minister Louis Farrakhan is John the Baptist. The three wise men are the OJs. And that sounds foolish, don't it? And we got a lot more of our entertainers that really did some great singing in the 70s. When all the earthquakes started jumping off. They had messages in their music. Shaka Khan, Earth, Wind and Fire, Stevie Wonder. Oh, listen to me, church. Where is the wise? Where are those of you who's... Now, don't get me wrong. You got to be able to distinguish the difference. It's a thin line between love and hate. It's a thin line between the right and wrong. So don't think I'm trying to tell y'all, man, get buck wild, go out here and start partying out. Some of these crazy clubs I wouldn't go to either. But I heard a brother one day say in church, he just started preaching, yeah, B.B. King going to hell. Young man didn't know what he's talking about. Just because he's seen what y'all call secular music. But the music that you call secular music was holy music to God. B.B. King song, one of his songs was Why I Sing the Blues. And he talked about how they brought us over here on the ship. Just like the three wise men. When you first become aware of this wisdom and knowledge, think about it. OJ's singing Ship Ahoy, singing we're going to have a family reunion. We're climbing the stairway to heaven. Climbing the stairway to heaven is taking us to the promised land. I'm going to shut this down and we go back and come back to you with another video. The time about to run out. Don't worry. I'm down here in private with my folks too. So it's coming. We're going to get better equipment, better everything. Well, we can just take a whole video and run it straight. Just started this thing. Oh yeah, so we coming on with it. I'll let you. Give it just a second. Y'all proceed on with the next video.